Good morning, everybody. Oh, hi, Lauren. Hi, Rosa. Hi, Farrell. Good morning, Nancy. Hi, Jackie. Hey, Cindy. Hello, Krista. Good morning, Arlene. Hey, Megan. Hi, Kat. Happy Christmas Eve. Hey, Rachel. I did not make this mug. It's a good one, huh? This is this is what she calls a fug, and it's made by Vivi. And you can find her at I don't know if she has a website, but it's Vivian Verbeck, Verbeke, and you can find her on Instagram and Facebook. Hey, Kate. I know I don't want to get out of bed at all anymore these days. Hi, Karen. Good morning, Holly. Hey, Jen. Hi, Denise. Hi, Janine. Hello, hello, hello. Good morning, everybody. Hey, Janelle, how are you doing? I missed you guys on Wednesday, but I saw that a lot of us were feeling the same. We needed a little bit of a break, just taking it slow. Oh, apparently there's snow in Connecticut. I'll be there Monday, so I hope it's gone by then. Oh, I forget that you're local to where my family lives, Jacinda. Good morning, Beth. Hi, Lori. Lori, I hope you had a good birthday. Lori's a solstice baby. Hi, Christine. Good morning, Jean. Good morning, Jen. Good morning. Okay, so there's a dusting of snow in New Jersey. Okay. Am I the only one who's like, I don't really care for any snow to come? No thanks. Good morning, Scott. So how's everybody doing? How have your dreams been? Mine have been really wild, super busy and bananas. But then I'll wake up and like I can't pull much of it forward. Where did my lighter go? It's just looking at it. There it is. Good morning. Ugh, that sucks. Jackie says she's waking up at 2:30 or 3 a.m. and can't get back to sleep. That is the worst. Here, have some smudgies. Smudgies for you. And for you on YouTube. And here you go, TikTok. Some morning smudgies. Looks good over there on TikTok. All right. So Karen says, super crazy dreams. Not sure what message I'm supposed to extract from them anymore. That's I think that's fair. We've been talking about the dreams for a minute, right? And how a lot of us are kind of figuring things out in that dream realm, and also handling loose business, tying up loose ends, and that is something that we if we do without being like conscious. When we wake up, it feels like you're not even sure what to make of it, right? But I know that for me in the past, I don't know, past couple of months, but especially this past month, like probably starting with in Sag season, um, I was having actual people in my dreams. And I may or may not remember what we were doing, but when I would wake up, I would definitely feel like something happened. And definitely having a lot of like X's come through, and like getting some sort of closure on a lot of things, as we kind of approach the new year and enter Capricorn season. So which we are in now. um, so it's a lot. We're doing a lot of sorting as we move through this holiday weekend. So I don't even, usually I'm like, pay attention to your dreams. I don't even know if that is the best advice for right now. It's more just like go with it, and if something sticks, that's what you need. And if nothing is sticking, just let it go. Let it keep moving, because right now is there's not a whole lot to like hold on to right now because everything's moving so fast. And so if you start to like try to do that, like I need to grab onto something, it's not gonna be very pleasant. Right now, you also have to remember, all of us need to remember this, and myself especially, collective energy is at that place at the time of the year when it's just the most chaotic for people. And I'm not talking about you. I'm not talking about it's most chaotic for you. I'm talking about it's most chaotic for the collective. And so when it's really chaotic for the collective, it's kind of like a um an annual tradition of freaking the fuck out to get all of your shopping done, stressing out about having to be around family that you don't normally see, like just all of the things. It's so heightened, and you guys are so sensitive. So you're going to be picking up on all of that energy that's not necessarily having to do with you, and it can definitely affect your dreams. So just kind of remember that when you're in this energy now, and just always ask yourself, is this me or is it the collective? Is it me or is it the collective? Because if it's collective, then like just like take a minute, let it pass through. You don't have to hold on to it. It's sometimes I think this year, especially for you guys, it may feel really strange because you're so much more sensitive this holiday season than you've ever been before. And I don't know if you guys have been feeling this, but I was actually laying in bed this morning thinking about it and thinking so much about how like this holiday does not like it does not grip me. It does not make me have like feelings, right? Like I've had so many people say like Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and I'm just like I don't even feel it like anymore. Like and I told you guys, I think we had this conversation a few weeks ago, that I was raised Jehovah's Witness. So we didn't have Christmas. We didn't celebrate that. But before my mom became a Jehovah's Witness, she was like the Christmas queen. She was so into it. So I grew up seeing albums of, before like when I was little that I don't remember, of like all of this Christmas stuff and these big trees and all the presents and all the things she would make, like everything. And growing up, I was like, I really want that. Like, all I wanted was Christmas. Okay. That's the only thing I wanted. I was like, I really wanted to like deeply believe in Christianity in the way that would allow me to like fully throw down for Christmas. But such is life. It did not happen. And I'm here now, not feeling that this year at all, and not giving myself as much of a hard time about it, but it's also very disorienting, and it's just hard this year. Like even um the gift giving um the gift giving just seems so strange to me. Like I'm doing it for the kids, but for everybody else, I'm just like it's so stressful for me to have to think of a meaningful gift in that kind of a rush. Like I don't want to give gifts to my friends and loved ones in that energy. And so it's just like I feel like I'm all topsy turvy and trying to figure this one out for myself. We're not even trying to, just letting it settle in to what it means. So I'm curious if you guys are kind of feeling that too. Like just things don't feel quite the same as they used to in regards to the holidays. So I think, okay. So Karen's saying, I feel the same. I've been comforting and supporting all my friends through anxiety and stress for this time. It's just another family get together for me. Um, Cassie says, I love Christmas. I just completely reject the Christian Christmas. Okay. Oh, look, we have another former J Dub. Yeah. Yeah. So I guess we're all just sorting ourselves. We're all just sorting ourselves and allowing that to happen. So, you know, such is life right now. At least we can just start to get into that new frame of mind that like if it doesn't feel right for us, maybe we don't really need to be doing it anymore. And I know that like it's not going away, right? Like the even if you don't feel these holidays, the holiday itself is not going away. So it's very similar to our growth spiral situation where it's like when this comes around again, the trick is like how are you going to utilize this energy? It's definitely going to always be a time of year, at least for now, where we get together with family and where the collective is going to freak out and spend money they don't have and get all stressed and decorate the house and all the things. So, whatever brings you joy, but just something to think about because I'm definitely feeling that this year. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Oh my God. Just like not albums. Yeah. Albums, actual picture albums that you open with your hands and like you can touch them. Okay. Now, what else did I want to tell you this morning? Well, this is our last coffee and magic for the year. I made that decision because um, who's real close to burnout? This this chick over here. So I'm taking my own advice and like, hard stopping on a few of the things. I've been doing a lot of channeling. You may have noticed you've been in my events. A lot of channeling and a lot of working over the past week and a half, and that's felt good to me. It's what I needed to do to kind of bring in this big energy and support you guys in that. And now I'm gonna support myself in taking a break. So this is our last coffee and magic of the year. I'll be gone all next week, and in the meantime, in the between time, I'm gonna miss you, but I'll still be posting in my Instagram stories, so you can keep in touch with me through my Instagram stories. Um, but what I wanted to tell you is that if you're looking for a last minute gift for yourself, the yearly subscription to Inner Sanctum is still available. It's in my link tree, so it's in my bio. That is going to be, like, the biggest discount ever that I'm probably ever gonna do because it's $222 for the entire year of 2022, and with the rates rising to $44 for next year, that's like a $300 discount because you get 2 months off. So, I have a lot of stuff, coming through for Inner Sanctum members for 2022. It's really going to be amazing. And I don't say that lightly. So if you are interested, that would be an amazing thing to gift yourself because you'll save a lot of money. The link for that's there, and you can also gift it. There's a little tab, and you can say, "Is this a gift?" And you can send it to somebody that you love. If you're an OG member, I'm just going to tell you again, I haven't sent the email out yet. If you're an OG BFF or BFF member right now of Inner Sanctum, you do not have to do anything. As long as you don't cancel your membership or your credit card declines too many times, you will stay at the current rate you are through the next year. If you are a friend in the app, like you have the Inner Sanctum app and you don't have a paid membership, you have until January 2nd to upgrade into the BFF at the $22 level if you want to do that. Otherwise, you will not have access to the app anymore next year because it's changing into a private coaching app. Again, I'm going to be sending out an email this today for you guys so you have clear instructions on what to do about that. So that's a big announcement. And then the second one, which you'll get more information on as well, is I'm going to start enrolling for the 8-week Sex, Love, and Your Body workshop. So look for that as well coming up. So that's all for 2022. Though I know we kind of got to get through this weekend before we think about that, but that's what's happening. So are you guys ready for some sensory card pulls this morning? If you're new, you haven't joined me for Coffee and Magic before, we chat and then I do sensory card pulls. So I give you 3 different things. You choose the one that feels most aligned with you, and then I pull some cards. And last time, on solstice, actually, for the solstice meditation, I meant to pull a card from here for you guys for the collective. So I want to just remind you to remind me not to sign off here this morning until I pull one of these for you guys at the end. Okay? That's your job. Don't let me forget. All right. So This morning, we're doing types of flowers, which is interesting. It's not very Christmassy. Is this a flower? Okay, so whatever. The first one, we're just gonna go with it. I don't even know why I have these arguments with myself. Okay, the first one is amaryllis. Do we all agree that that's a flower? The second one is bluebell. Do we agree that's a flower? And the third one is daffodil. I know that is a flower. So amaryllis, bluebell, daffodil. Let me look up amaryllis. It is okay, thank goodness. Oh, those are pretty. Amaryllis are very pretty. Okay. So, hey. Okay, so you're choosing from amaryllis, bluebell, or daffodil. What flower are you is it really a Christmas flower? Oh, okay. Well, Jen and Catherine are both saying it's a Christmas flower. That's funny. I was just like looking out the window. It's like, amaryllis. Okay. Well, then, pick your flower, pop it in the comments. I'll start shuffling. Oh, I love that. Oh, wow. Okay. I love when that happens, when something comes through and I'm like, I don't know what that is. Do you guys remember when that like this sea creature came through? Do you remember that? Um, who's here for that? It was like we were doing like mythical creatures, and it was like the thing that came through was like half human, half octopus, and it turns out that that's a real thing. Do you remember that? I can't remember what the name of it was though. I can't remember the name of it though. Also, not for nothing, our next big inner sanctum event is the new moon on the 2nd. So we're gonna bring in the new year with a pretty big brand new format, new moon channeling and ritual. So yeah, Ursula, but that's like, that's the name, but like there's an actual name for the sea creature that's half human and half octopus. It's like an actual thing. There we go. Cicalia. Karen looked it up for us, or knew in her brain. Cicalia. It's Cicalia. All right, if you're just joining us, we're about to start sensory card pulls, and you're choosing from 3 different flowers: amaryllis, bluebell, or daffodil. So what flower are you feeling? Welcome. It's your first time. Pick a flower and pop it in the comments. Which one are you resonating with this morning? Amaryllis, bluebell, or daffodil? Janelle, if he starts spamming, I'll get over there and block him. I appreciate your moderation so much, by the way. Janelle's over here. She's always on TikTok, just like answering the questions and keeping it going. Oh. All right. I think I'm gonna choose amaryllis as well. Oops, Scott's taking all of them. Megan, I didn't see you pick, and Jen, I didn't see you pick. So pick your freaking flowers. I'm just kidding. All right. Amaryllis people, are you ready? Let me just like extra shuffle these for a second. Again, if you're just joining us, you're choosing from one of 3 flowers or all the flowers, whatever you want. Amaryllis, Bluebell, or Daffodil. All right, here we go. Wow. Okay, you have another second if you haven't chosen yet. Amaryllis, Bluebell, or Daffodil. Oh, my hair. We're good? Everybody did it? All right. Okay. Amaryllis, Bluebell, Daffodil. Okay, here are your cards if you chose Amaryllis. You have the owl, wealth, and love. Whoa, right? What's the story? Where's the wasp or the frog? Okay, let's get serious here. So let's talk about the owl first. The owl is coming through just not to alarm you, actually, in any way. This is the owl is not here to alarm you. It's actually lending you a little bit of assistance here because it's normal to kind of latch on to one viewpoint and push forward with that as your thought. Okay. Because, it's we see one thing at a time usually, we really do. And so what the owl is here to assist us in is pulling in more viewpoints, collecting more data to flesh out the information. Kind of how how you're on your phone if you have the fingerprint scanner thing, and how in order to get the fingerprint scan in the beginning, you have to put your finger down like this way and that way and this way, and like you have to kind of go all edges of your fingerprint in order to get a full like 360 imprint of what your fingerprint is like. That's what this energy is. It's like, don't just go at it one way, like hit it a few ways so you have all of the angles, okay? Because it's not it's not complicated. It appears complicated when you only see it from one perspective. Does that make sense? I mean, ooh, it makes sense kind of like I think that's what I wanted to say. Um, because it seems weird to say that, but it feels more complicated when you are focused on only one viewpoint of it, only because everything is so much bigger than it used to be. But if you allow yourself to have more viewpoints, it's not going to feel as complicated. In fact, it'll level you up into a way that you're able to interact with the energy of whatever's going on with you in such a different way that it will almost feel exciting, like an adventure. So that's what that feels like. Now you have your love and your wealth card. And nobody hates to get these cards. There's just they're nice. They feel good. They're very high vibrational, and they're not mean at all, So everybody likes to get these. Why are you getting them this morning? You might be asking. I'll tell you. Until we have a new phrase for you've been doing your work, that's what I'm going to be using because you know what it tags to. You've been doing your work. You've been doing your work for a while. You've been seeing that when you do this and you do that and you do this, it equals something else, something new, and it levels you up. You're feeling much more comfortable in the fact that this is what's happening. Okay. And as you become more comfortable in that, you stop blocking yourself from everything that's trying to come to you. This energy we're now very much in is not the kind of energy where you go out and seek. You don't go out and seek and grab things. You don't need to create like a 10-step plan. You just need to feel it and start to live it immediately in your energy. Okay? You walk through your life in with that energy in held in your field, and then it cannot help but come to you. And you may notice that as you do that more and more, what wants to come to you is like almost like violently and chaotically like running to you. And it may like knock a few that things down in the process or like raise a few buildings, but that's okay. We are like, do you know how when you do GPS and it's like, the point between two distances that's the closest is like as the crow flies, but in order to actually get there physically, you need to take roads and it'll take longer. Everything right now is as the crow flies. We are going from like the shortest point between the shortest distance between 2 points. So if that means a few buildings do need to be knocked down, they will be. And you just need to trust that. And I know that's difficult, but that is what the message is. The love card is also here because this is where we're operating from. You've been doing a really great job of moving into your heart space. You've been doing that and keep doing it. Don't stop doing it. Don't stop believing, as they say, because this is what is going to lead you through and is going to continue to assist you in attracting what is for you and in like kind of repelling what is not for you. So you're doing great. Amaryllis was really kind of a gift of a message this morning. You know what I mean? So that's your Amaryllis. Next up is your Bluebell message. Whoa. Don't worry, those are not all for you. All right. Bluebell people, it's the horse, joy, trust. So, Bluebell people, you're getting the horse because you are probably the people who are most, um, you find it most difficult to accept help from other people. Okay. And you don't need to feel bad about that. There's a reason, right? A lot of people let you down, and you have learned, life has taught you, and the people around you have taught you that the only person you can count on is yourself, right? And if you want to get a job done correctly, you need to do it yourself. And that is an incredibly it's incredibly heavy and lonely way to go through your life. And you are being presented with an opportunity to shift that vibration now. In fact, it's already kind of shifted, and it's time for you to catch up with what's happened, right? So, starting to understand that you actually do have people now in your life that you can count on. Give them some responsibility, give them some credit, allow them to lighten your load, right? You don't have to be alone anymore in every single thing that you do. You don't have to feel like if you're not the one doing it, it's not going to get done. It's it's a slow down energy, and it's also a delegation energy. And if, during this holiday season, that seems rather appropriate, of course, if you're like, hosting holidays and all of that. But it's more than that. It's not just about the holidays, although it's the holidays will exacerbate that for sure. The enjoyment and what's the word? You may feel sometimes like if you don't hold everything together, it's all going to fall apart, and you need to hold it together. And if you've been feeling that way for most of your life, or if you're just feeling that way now, whatever, um, maybe it's time to let it go. Maybe it's time to let everything fall apart. Because if you're the only one invested in holding this together, what does that mean, right? If other people are enjoying the product, the fruit of you holding everything together, they should also take a part in holding it together and facilitating it. And if not, maybe they shouldn't be enjoying it. Maybe that's not fun, right? Maybe it's not fun to have you holding up the foundation of everything all the time and everybody else just having a free for all. Maybe that's not fair. So, if it's you actually do have some people in your life right now that you can trust and who can actually get some things done. Start to allow them to help you, and also start to pull your energy out of things that you do because you think you need to do them. Okay? Now, your other two cards are a very different energy. It's trust and joy. Trust and joy. Okay? And the joy card is really important here. Joy is not the carrot dangling at the end of the stick. Joy is what you have right now, accessible to you in your life at this very fucking moment. We are so good at bypassing the joy in the present moment. It's almost like some of us think it's our job, right? That joy comes later. Joy is something at the end of something once we've earned it. You don't have to earn joy. Joy is one of your birthrights. You have this here. Um, Joy can be small, little sprinkles. Joy can be so big that it makes your heart want to explode. Still joy, still counts. Trust in yourself and trust in what you're doing. Always run everything through your body, of course, but trust yourself. You've been down this particular path for a while now, right? Keep going. Don't stop. Trust. That is your Bluebell message. And as always, you're listening to these messages. If you're listening to these messages, even if you didn't pick, all with whatever flower and you're feeling aligned with one, just always listen to all the messages and just take what resonates, because sometimes there's a little something in everything for you. So good. I'm glad that resonated with you. Oh wow, Jacinda. That's happened before for you, I think, with the card pulls that your mom comes through. All right, Daffodil's coming up. What's like crack? What's like crack? What do you mean? What are you talking about? Oh, oh, whoa. Okay. Okay. So you chose Daffodil. Oh. Thank you for that. Oh, wow. All right. Okay. Woof. All right. So if you chose Daffodil, here are your cards. You've got the Raven, you've got the Swan, you've got the King. Wow, this flower is jam packed with some intense magic energy, really intense. Let's talk about the Swan first. The Swan, listen, I just want you to know that the Swan is for everybody. Okay, so just everybody listen to the Swan. Um, we know, and I've told you this before, because whenever we get it, I'm going to tell you this darn story. The story of the ugly duckling, right? This ugly duckling is, we know what he is, but he's gray, he's gangly, he's not a cute little fat duck like the other ones, and he feels bad, and he feels like, oh, I'm different than everybody, right? And then it turns out he's just a swan, so he's never going to look like a duck. Okay, it's you. It's you. It's all of us. little ugly ducklings, gangly and weird, in a world full of like adorable, fluffy yellow ducklings. Okay. So we look around and we say, well, shoot, let me do my best to act just like a duckling and try to make my neck shorter and like dye my down a little bit yellower so I fit in. And like that's what we've been doing, right? Trying to be just like everybody else in some ways so we fit in. Humans love to fit in. But it turns out that's not who you are. So your transformation is not into something else. Your transformation is stopping trying to be what you are not. Okay? That is it. And once you stop the process of continually trying to be something that you are not, you can exhale and be your swan. And that is your transformation. It is not from one thing into another. It's just who you are and stopping all the processes of trying to be what you are not. So that is your swan. You've also got the raven coming in, and the raven comes through with messages, right? The raven comes through. It's like, hey, there's a sign. Are you paying attention to it? This is happening. Do you notice? Like, you are connected to all of these synchronicities right now, and it's super magical. And if you pay attention, then you'll know that, right? Everything that's happening to you right now is part of your journey back to you, part of your understanding of self. We all have really unique gifts. And it's the biggest shame, right? That we've been taught that homogenization is where it's at. Because we didn't come here to be the same and to be good at the same things. We came here to be like uniquely different, right? And one look at your like astrological chart will show you that. We all came here to be very unique individuals. What we have in common, we're connected through our hearts, right? Most of us have, two legs, two arms, hands, fingers. We have all these things in common, but everything else really should be different in all of our unique ways. It's necessary. So, starting to understand that we don't need to look like everybody else. We don't need to speak like everybody else or think like everybody else. And that is not a threat, right? Having somebody who doesn't think the same way you do is not a threat. We will naturally gravitate, like our inner circle will naturally gravitate towards people who can support us exactly who we are, right? As long as you are being exactly who you are. You are staying in alignment with exactly who you are as much as possible. You will bring those people in that are your soul family. And those are the people who will have like their foundation, like their core vibration will be really similar to yours. Okay. So we do kind of group out. I want to point that out because it's kind of being shown to me in like kind of pods, right? We do group out. There are people who have similar vibrational foundations, and they will definitely be pulled together as kind of like a big family unit, right? And these are the people who will validate and affirm a lot of things about you. But that doesn't mean that people with different vibrational foundations are wrong. They're just different. Do you see what I'm saying? We have been really taught to see different as threatening, and that everybody needs to see everything the same way we do in order for it to be safe and in order for it to be right. But it's just not true. It's more simple than it is complicated, but at this time, you are receiving so many messages, so many synchronicities that are lining you up with exactly where you need to be. So trust that, okay? You've got the king. This is a masculine energy. This for today, this is going to be your most specific situational card. This is something that's happening right now, and it's decision making, and it probably has to do with family, and it's like a button issue, and there might be like long standing drama, or it's like triggering something in you. I don't know, but it's very emotional, and you're being asked to feel your feelings, but not to make decisions from your feelings. Okay. So we're not bypassing the feelings on this, but truth be told, these are not new feelings for you, right? So, like, you know what they are. You know what they are. But decisions need to be made not from that place, not from the place of like emotional triggering, but decisions need to be made from a place of like, here's the bigger picture, and this is what needs to happen. And I love you, but this is what needs to happen. So, whatever that is for some of you, this is a thing. So, um, the other part of it is it's kind of like a Libra energy coming through where it's like something isn't fair. And when I say it's not fair, it's like, that's not fair. It's like, that's not the energy. It's more like it's an imbalance of energy that is causing the issue. Okay. So I hope that is helpful for you guys. That's your daffodil message. And look, I have already remembered in my brain that I'm pulling a card from here. So don't go anywhere yet. We're putting that away. Get some coffee. Okay, good. I'm glad it resonated. Okay, so reminder, this is our last Coffee and Magic for the year. Wow. I'll be back the first week of 2022. And we will also be, what day is that? I don't even know. Let's see. I think on then. So actually, our first Coffee and Magic of 2022 is going to be on Monday, January 3rd. But our Inner Sanctum New Moon call is going to be on Sunday, January 2nd. Okay? So just mark your calendars on that. I'll be putting stuff out, but I'm doing a lot of shifting and changing in between. And that's going to be like the start of the new Inner Sanctum stuff. So again, if you would like to join Inner Sanctum, now's the time to upgrade to the BFF membership while it's still $22. And I do have the annual memberships out there available for gifting or for yourself. If you have any questions, just send me a DM, and I will be sending out emails today with all of that stuff for you guys. But yeah, that's actually exciting to look forward to. Okay, that feels good. All right, I'm pulling a last card for you guys for the collective. It's from the Empath Activation card deck. This has been a good one. And I will post the picture of this card in my stories as well, so you can look at it, because the illustrations are really impactful, I find. All right, here it is. I feel like we got this one last time, did we? It's number 23, Ascension Throne. YouTube and TikTok. Ascension Throne, number 23. Let's see. I feel like we did get this one before. We definitely did. We definitely did. We definitely did. Okay, you ready? Dearest child of the stars, we see that you are troubled, searching, and confused. You are trying to make sense of recent feelings, memories, dreams, and changes in your perception of reality that have been welling up into your consciousness with a persistence you can no longer ignore. You are unsure what is happening, nor what initiated these emotions and experiences. A deep restlessness has been unleashed. Your brain is desperately trying to identify, sort, and neatly categorize it all. But maybe your unsettledness has been mislabeled by your human mind, because in truth, you feel a supernatural stirring in your being that you don't quite understand. A pang of deep desire that both soothes and aches. You sense something potent and enrapturing, something not of this world. It's a longing in your very core that compels you toward its source, even though you cannot locate its origin and you are seeking with all your being. We know you have long suspected that there is more to the Creator and creation than what you were taught. You're right. Your soul contains a grand ancient library of knowledge. It contains stores of pertinent and time sensitive information that is ready to be revealed to you. That longing you feel is your cosmic eternal heart calling you home to a larger truth. It is time. You're being asked to wake up to your multidimensional nature and ascend. Sit upon your ascension throne, where time and space bend to bring cosmic wisdom directly to your doorstep. Through this seat of quantum power, portals open to vast stores of knowledge in the Akashic records, the annals of your soul, and all of your past, present, future incarnations. You walk this good earth during enlightened times. Your soul has never been parted from its divine nature, but your human self has. Your ascension throne will reconnect you to what you thought was lost. It will give you access to higher dimensions of consciousness from which you can retrieve guidance, perspective, and sophisticated knowledge. Your ascension throne will transport you to elevated states to help you fortify your Ka body, your precious energy field or etheric body, so that you may more fully achieve your sacred mission on earth. So, there you go. Cool. That resonates with me too. I like it. All right, my friends. Well, listen, I hope that whatever you're doing for the holidays, you have a good one. Remember to stay in your heart space and remember your growth spiral. Okay. The energy doesn't necessarily change, but your reaction to it, that's all you. I will see you next year. I couldn't help it, but I will see you next year. And I hope you have an amazing, amazing weekend, amazing week. And remember, go join Inner Sanctum if you have not already. That is where we will be sharing more together. This after this year, Coffee and Magic will only be on Monday and Fridays. The Wednesday will only be for Inner Sanctum members. So take a look at that. I love you so much. Mwah, mwah, mwah. If you're looking for more information, there's a link in my bio and you can find all of my stuff there. Okay? Love you guys. Bye, YouTube.